Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Taz, and you are watching or listening to the Intro Podcast. And today is May 1st, 2023. And of course, you know I can't do the show without having the one and the only JR is in the house. What's up, sir?
What's going on? Happy first of the month.
Man, happy. It's the first of the month. And look, if that song has never been more real to me than it is right now. Because I couldn't cash my check and do nothing.
Oh, wow.
Man, I'm still trying to song. First of all, before we even do, we're going to do this early. Shout out to, come on and shout this wonderful drink out.
Bumble. It's a cream textured rum. This is actually pretty good. It tastes like the milk in your cereal.
Yeah.
After you eat the cereal, that's
Cinnamon
what it tastes
Toast Crunch.
like. Yeah. It tastes like that. Bumble. If I'm not mistaken, this is Lil Wayne's alcohol.
If I'm not mistaken, it is.
And this is
Bless
actually
God for Wayne.
Bumble. So this sounds like something that was created in the. I can't even get it out.
I already know where you're about to go.
It sounds like this sounds like something that was created in the high mountains of Wakanda.
In the high mountains of Wakanda. God dog it. I have no problem with it either. So I already feel like this is gonna be one of those drinks. Like it's real nice and smooth right now. Mm-hmm. But in just a minute, it's gonna be over.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to those who are watching, who have been a part of the life of the Intro Podcast since the inception of the podcast. Thanks for those who have been here since JR has been here. He has definitely been a big help to everything that we've done and to who we are. I was thinking last night, you know, that's the best time to think whenever you're sitting on the toilet. So,
oh, okay.
I was thinking about that's
a shitty thought. That's a shitty thought.
I was thinking about you while I was on the toilet last night, and I thought about something. I was like, you know, I could do this without him, but I would rather just never ever have to think about that. Because like you add such a different element to the show that even whenever you took your sabbatical,
that's what we call it.
Whenever you took your sabbatical, it was hard to be able to, you know, pull myself up every week or however often I was doing the show then, because, you know, it's you know, you get used to having somebody that you can converse with.
Yeah.
And whenever you don't have that, it's like, like you get tired of talking to yourself after a while.
Like that's like those people that go live all the time to me, and it just seems like you need to add somebody to this live because we tired of hearing you just talk.
And it's hard for me to talk by myself for a long time.
Yeah.
Because most of the topics that I talk about relies on banter.
Yeah.
I have to have somebody back and forth because I can't be talking about something and I'll be positive 1 minute and then I want to go again to the next minute. But then I want to back door and be positive another. You can't do that.
You need somebody like me who's willing to be the villain
all the time. You do not mind jumping off the bridge.
Don't care. It's who I am, apparently.
Man, I mean, hey, I guess it happens to the best of us. But, I wanted to appreciate you publicly once again for just being a part of the vision of what we do and who we are. You know, it's very important that people know that what goes on here is definitely not a one-man team because we even need more people now, to be honest with you. But in the meantime, in between time, we gonna make it happen. As long as I got my husband, I don't need nobody else. The song says, as long as I got Jesus,
here you go.
I don't need nobody else. As long as I have my husband, I don't need nobody. Y'all look at that face. Y'all see him that's blushing.
Lord.
He turning red, then the red that's behind him on that wall.
Lord. That's because this drink is it's a little bit too good. I keep drinking.
Look, I'm drinking it like it's like real coffee for real. It's gonna be a whole nother. This is gonna turn into a whole nother show in a minute.
This bottle finna be empty in a minute. Where we at?
Where are we at? Jesus.
We about halfway.
Jesus.
Because we drinking this straight, by the way.
Yeah, it's straight because it's so light. It's not like you're gonna wait. It's not supposed to be like you're gonna get tipsy, but you never know.
Whatever. That's my intention whenever I drink.
I'm going to bed right after this show. Shout out to the Hilton Hotel, man. I am loving the job, by the way.
I was about to ask you about that.
I'm loving it. It's funny that I am loving it, but I discovered recently, we had the bad storm a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. The thing I love about working at a hotel is when it storms outside, stay your ass at work.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. Stay at work. And my boss, the GM, he is so cool about it. Although I didn't stay because I'm at a hotel and I ain't have my computer. I have nothing. So I was
had
gonna
your
be
computer,
in that
you'd
room.
stay?
Oh, baby. I would have done a show and been like live from the true hotel.
Hey, what? Yeah, live from room 107 or something like that.
Live from room 106 in Park, 106 in True. God dog it, I'd have made something happen. But so the next day I went in and I was talking to him. I was like, man, I almost called you and asked you if I could spend the night because of the storm. He was like, we have 111 rooms. Why didn't you?
Right.
I was like, well, then next time I know.
As long as we got a vacancy.
So now I make sure I have my computer in my bag every single day.
There you go.
Because you never know when you have to use it. Speaking of never know when you have to use it, I have learned that computer and internet have completely spoiled us.
Yeah. Completely.
I want to say about a week or so ago, we were. I got to work one morning and we didn't have internet. We didn't have anything. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they were doing construction in the area, and all of our internet is fiber, so everything is underground.
So they had to knock it down for a while.
No,
while they finished construction.
Somebody chopped the wire.
Wow.
They chopped our fiber to the area.
So the whole area out.
The whole area was gone. Dang. But what was worse for us is because everything that we do is ran by internet, our hotel was done for the day.
Couldn't do nothing.
We didn't have no TVs, no telephones. We couldn't check nobody in, check nobody out. And it just so happens that day, the CEO of True was there.
Wow.
In our hotel at that time.
Wow.
I was like, so I started talking to my GM. I was like, God really has a sense of humor.
Yeah. I say it all the time.
Because we're in a situation where your boss is staying in your hotel when you have nothing.
And can't do nothing.
It was one of those situations, but the CEO was really, really cool. He talked a whole lot, but I will say this. He was smart as hell.
Yeah.
He came to the desk and he gave, because I was working front desk, I got to floss on everything that I either knew to do or anything that I thought I knew to do at that point.
Yeah.
Because I was just making stuff up. I was like, no, I can do this. I was all the way in the back trying to fix the internet, knowing it wasn't going to get fixed because it was just gone. But
it's out of my control.
I was able to show skills that I had, and it was noticed, and I was appreciative of that. But yeah, I got to floss on them boys.
Good.
I let them see me. Let them see me real deep. But speaking of seeing something real deep, did you read the story that I sent you about the guy that won the $45,000 lottery?
I saw that, and it's kind of crazy. Like, too many stipulations here. You read that one. I can't get with this one.
It hurt my soul. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I was emotionally hurt.
I mean, granted, it wasn't a big. I mean, it's kind of a big amount, but it ain't a big amount. But still, like, it's the principle.
But did you see him though? So it was probably a large amount to him if you just look at him.
I mean, you look a little homely.
Coming from
my bad.
Coming from thesun.com, lottery winners luck took a fatal twist after being denied his $45,000 jackpot over a common rule. Mm. Gregory Jarvis didn't know it then, but his life was about to change after he purchased a Club Keno's The Jack lottery ticket from a local bar in Michigan on September 13th, 2021. You see how I skipped what the city was? Mm-hmm. I just skipped that name and just said Michigan. Let's go down a little bit. However, Jarvis was denied his winnings after he failed to present a valid Social Security card, which the winner must submit to collect their cash. Winners must present an original winning ticket, an unexpired photo ID, and an original Social Security card to claim a prize over $600, according to the Michigan Lottery.
Yes, sir. Jarvis
quickly applied for one, for a new one, and in the meantime, he went to celebrate his newfound wealth at a Blue Water in a local bar in Caseville on September 19th. He was buying rounds of drinks for his friends at the bar and seemed to be in good spirits, according to the bar's owner. What would you do if you won all that money?
First of all, did we say we said the amount already? Didn't we?
We said the amount already.
It's $45,000. $45,000 cash money, like straight from the Mac. But personally, I'm not finna go spend the money that I ain't got yet.
Yeah,
that's just something that I learned. Yeah. You don't spend money, and I tell people this all the time. Don't spend money that ain't in your pocket yet. And that's exactly what he went to do. He went to go spend money that ain't in his pocket, so it ain't guaranteed it's your money yet.
Due to the fact that you already don't have what it takes to get.
What I don't know is why he couldn't get it. Like after he was like, okay, I got my Social Security card, this, that, and other's coming, or whatever the case. Why didn't they let him get it then? Like that's a big question for me. You know, why they didn't let him get it later, just because he didn't have the actual card. Now, granted, it raises some more questions as to why he didn't have the card
in the first place.
Because who don't have a Social Security card?
Yeah,
like
you have a Social Security card before you have an ID,
right? You needed to apply for jobs or whatever, and
which is why this $45,000 may have really been that for him, because he probably didn't have a job.
I mean, he probably did, but he probably just had one where you didn't really need one.
He was just getting paid under the table, which a lot of us have those jobs. So I ain't tripping. As long as you pay me, I don't care how you pay me, just give me mine.
He probably been getting by on that for quite some time until now he got these winnings and was like, well, I need my coins.
And my problem is, okay, yes, you won the money, but why is the first thing you want to do is buy drinks for everybody?
Honestly, I will buy drinks to celebrate. But let me tell you why. Because I'm a drinker. And I want people to celebrate with me the same way I would want them to celebrate if they won. Buy me drinks. So I buy a round of drinks for everybody. A round. Singular. Yeah. Exactly. A round of drinks for everybody in the bar. And after that, I'm leaving because I don't want y'all to get too comfortable. Don't put it on my tab.
But do you think he actually just bought a round for everybody in the bar? Or did
I don't think he did.
He balled out.
I think he kept, but when they say a round at the bar, like I'm thinking they talking beers, and beers are probably like 2 for $5 or something like that. So he probably didn't. It was probably like a Tuesday. He ain't spent a lot of money.
Yeah, but if I'm buying a round, wait, how many people was in the bar? First of all,
exactly.
That's what I need to know down to.
Because with me, if I'm buying rounds, we buying shots, we buying drinks.
Yeah,
I drink hard liquor, so everybody around me is gonna have hard liquor. That's what we about to do. But I'm not doing that before the check clear. I need to check the clear before I start buying rounds. Unless I just got it like that already. I'm not finna go buying rounds for nobody.
I'm gonna make sure that whatever I'm about to spend on these folk, I have in the bank account.
Exactly.
Because what I don't want to do is buy these rounds and have me promising these people this money, and the money don't come through, and I can't go to my favorite bar no more because they've been like, you can't hear no more.
Now you banned.
You banned forever
because you ran up this tab and couldn't pay it.
Look, your tab is $3,000 because you decided to ball out.
So come back.
You come back here no more. You come back. That's what they be doing. But I don't know. I think that's why a lot of times, we said on the previous show, God don't give us what we say we need all the time, like at that point in time, because he know how we going to handle it.
Yeah.
Imagine if he would have won that money and had the ID and everything he needed on that day to actually get that check.
Oh, he'd have balled out. That check would have been gone before the weekend.
Very same day.
Before the weekend, that check
Yes.
gone. He went and bought a new car. He went and bought once you buy a car and buy rounds for everybody and pay the tax on it, it's gone.
Yeah. All right. Talk about taxes. How much are you going, like, what's the percentage of what they're going to take out of $45,000?
$45,000. They at least taking the state minimum, which I don't know. They said this was in Michigan. I want to say that's somewhere around 9 or 10%. So they off top taking $4,500. So that drops them down to 40.
Jesus.
So now at 40,000, you can't even go buy a Tesla cash.
No.
They at least start at 41. You can't even go buy one of them.
Yeah. Instead of buying drinks, let me get a Tesla. Shoot, it might last me a little bit longer. I don't know. This Bombay is the will of God.
Bamboo.
I keep on.
Bombay is something else now. Don't be promoting that. We drinking bamboo. Bombay is a.
Oh yeah, that's the other.
That's
drink.
a blue gin.
Yeah. Bamboo should be.
I should bring that in next week. I should bring it because you already called him. I should bring that in next week.
Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. But they should have this at their church for communion juice also.
This they should. They get this to kids.
I'm gonna open my own church.
They'll sleep through it.
I'm gonna open my own church, and when it comes time for Communion Sunday, my church gonna be packed out.
What is gonna be the Church of Communion Christ? Because that's what it's gonna be, huh?
This is going to be so. A friend of mine and her husband just started a church. It's called the Uncommon Church. I'm gonna call mine.
Well, they already came up with that, so you can't.
We can't do Uncommon Church.
You can't do that.
Drinkers Anonymous, Church of God in Christ, Baptist and Methodist, Presbyterian, Pentecostal.
Presbyterian and Pentecostal.
We gotta cover everything at the same time. You never know who may need to drink from the cup.
Lord.
Speaking of the cup, shout out to JR for designing my Spotlight Media Group cup with the gold handle. Y'all, I put this in the microwave one day.
Did you?
Woo, nigga.
I ain't never put these in the microwave.
I'm not even. I'm gonna tell you why you should do it just to test it, but exactly why you shouldn't do it.
I didn't even think about that.
Negro, when I put this in the microwave just to warm some water for a cup of coffee, and I took it out,
Sparks.
I almost dropped this hoe on the ground.
Oh, I thought it like called sparks in the microwave or something like that.
This handle
It's hot as-
was hotter than the hot could
okay.
ever get. And I didn't think anything of the handle.
I didn't think about it either.
I thought it was just a mug.
Yeah.
Nah, Negro.
I mean, it is a mug, but I mean, the handle's metallic, so I mean.
Thanks for telling me it wasn't just painted that color.
Well, I mean, look at it. It shines. You can see yourself in it.
Yeah, you really can. I don't know, but shout out. How can they purchase some good stuff from you, man?
And of course, they can always get their own custom mugs or apparel at www.exquisitecustomcreations.com. Make sure that y'all follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Exquisite Custom Creations as well.
Yeah, the boy is bad. Speaking of, I'm loving the shirt.
Oh, why? Thank you. This is one of the new designs. Remember, last show I said I'm going to be releasing some stuff
Yes,
on 27th of May. So this is one of the newest designs from the Lionheart collection. This comes from a personal place.
Yes, it does.
Vulnerability equals strength. I realize that it takes a lot more strength to be vulnerable than it does to actually like keep things in. And most people don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
People look at it like, well, I don't want to be vulnerable because I don't want to be hurt. Well, accepting what has happened and accepting the fact that you may get hurt behind it and still letting it out is probably stronger than keeping it in.
That's gonna be our deep dive conversation. We just came up with it.
Oh, well, let's go.
That's gonna be the deep dive at the end of the show. But in the meantime, in between time, let's talk about this story that nobody really cares about.
What story is that?
Let's talk about. We were talking before the show, and I shared with you that I didn't really understand the Emmit Till story until I saw the movie.
Yeah.
Carolyn Donham, Emmit Till's accuser, passes away at 88 years old. This comes from theshaderoom.com. Nearly 68 years after her accusation resulted in the lynching of Emmit Till, Carolyn Donham passed away at 88 years old. According to Mississippi Today, the news was confirmed by Megan LaBeouf, I guess, chief investigator of the Calcasieu Parish. Oh, that's in Calcasieu Parish. That's in Lake Charles, where I'm from.
See,
she reportedly had cancer and was receiving hospice care when she died. In response to the news, Emmit Till's cousin, Reverend Willa Parker Jr., reportedly sends condolences to the family. Parker Jr. most recent, yay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Although Dotham's accuser of Emmit Till led to his death, Parker Jr. says the family doesn't hold any ill will. I'm sorry, but I call cap.
I hold ill will, so I don't know how the family does it.
I call cap.
I hold plenty of ill will.
Yes.
So I'm mad that cancer took her out.
Mm-hmm.
Because had I known she was in hospice, I'd be the first one in there with a pillow.
I am your nurse for the day. So I think that there is a point where we have to stop saying what is politically correct.
Well, I don't do that anyway.
And just say what we really mean. I don't care if you're a reverend or not. She lied. All right, let's play a game.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Something happened to you, and you're my brother, and the person who caused this to happen to you lived all these years and they died. But you died because they lied, which led to you being lynched and burned and skin being ripped off and castration and everything. Whenever that person dies, I can be wrong. And I'm good with being wrong. I'm throwing a fish fry. I'm celebrating that she's gone.
True.
Ill will or not, I'm throwing a party because ding dong, the witch is dead, as they say.
Yeah, but see, me personally, I can't celebrate knowing that I didn't have nothing to do with it. Maybe that's the vindictive side of me, but nah, y'all let her go this long. Nah, ain't no way in hell. I'm sorry, where the camera at? I got a vengeful spirit.
That part.
I'm a firm believer in karma, but if karma take too long, I'm gonna get there before. I'm just saying.
Sometimes karma is a bitch, and she takes forever. So I don't understand.
So while karma was still putting on her makeup, I was already on my way. I was already out the door.
I already had the shovel in my hand waiting.
Shovel.
I think that because this man was a pastor, the good Reverend Willa Parker Jr. As a pastor, you have to, I guess, keep a certain look to the public.
Uh-huh.
So you will say as a pastor, no ill will, condolences to the family. But whenever you shut that door.
Luckily, I ain't no pastor. I got plenty of ill will towards her and whoever was around her when this happened. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
I can only imagine the people who knew that what she said back then was a lie.
Right.
But went along with it because of what that situation was.
Exactly. So
not only her, but if any of them are still alive, I can't wait for them to get theirs too.
See, that's when I play Michael Myers. Most of them ain't gonna make it out. I'm just saying there's gonna be some mysterious events occurring after I find out who's who. I can't let that ride.
You can't. Mm-mm. And I'm sorry. I'm like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey say, I'm a different kind of Christian. Whenever you slap me, I can't turn the other cheek.
I ain't turning no cheeks.
I don't know. The only cheeks I stopped turning those yesterday.
Lord.
So I'm not that guy that's going to be like, oh, I forgive and forget. No, I'm sorry.
I can forgive you, but I ain't forgot.
You got to get yours.
You got to get God. You got to know what the karma feels like. Mm-hmm. If you ain't going to be dead, you're going to be in the edge of death. You need to know. You're going to feel something. You're going to need to have this feeling. Yeah. You're going to have this feeling of regret, sorrow, scaredness, all of this.
All of it.
You need to know what all of this feels like before you go. And you got taken out by cancer. I mean,
And it wasn't even something that we can. It's not even something that we can say karma because anybody can get cancer.
She probably ate some bad meat and got cancer.
Well, she was eating bad meat, all right. I'm just saying.
That's a whole nother conversation.
She done ate some bad meat.
I need to somehow accidentally chop off a pinky toe from the beginning. Like that's. You need to just feel the level of pain first of all. Let's start there. And then let you walk around for about a year or so with that pinky toe missing and realize how unbalanced you are without that pinky toe.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna come back again. Like I said, I'm Michael Myers.
You got more? There's more.
There's always more. There's always more. I'm gonna keep coming until I feel like you had enough. And Michael Myers didn't feel like anybody ever
no time soon
had enough.
Yeah.
His sister was almost the equivalent.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you think about it, she finally got enough and she was like, well, I ain't gonna, whoever ain't seen the last Halloween, I ain't gonna spoil it. Just say he ain't coming back from this one.
The last Halloween, speaking of, I think could have been a billion times better. It was so,
I liked it. Let me tell you why I liked it. Because they already did countless movies in between from the 80s until now. Mm-hmm. Michael Myers and his sister then aged over 30-something years between the beginning and the end. I feel like this was closure.
Yeah.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
The brand needed closure. That's what it needed. It needed that closure.
An old girl was 1,000 years old too.
Yeah, she was up there. It was time.
Yeah.
But really, and everybody kept saying like she got to be the link to why he keep coming back. Because as long as she living, he come back. This man had been set on fire.
Yeah.
He been stabbed, shot.
Yeah.
And he just keep coming back. And he don't go see damn doctor.
Ever see a doctor? And every new show that he came out on, you never saw what any of the stuff that he went through in the prior show.
I want to know who his physician was because
baby,
he was in great health.
Great shape.
To live in the conditions that he lived and always come back, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I need him now.
You need to know his workout regimen, huh?
Because look, I'm 41 and I feel like I need another physician. I'm just saying.
He stayed fit. For somebody who walked everywhere, he stayed fit.
Again, we never saw him drive a thing.
He ain't drive, he ain't run, he walked
slow
everywhere. He should have bad feet after 30 years of chasing people walking at 2 miles per hour.
Speaking of walking everywhere, have you watched any of Power with Tariq?
I have, of course.
Tariq never
Power Book
drove
2?
a car.
Never until now.
A recent episode.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, you ran all over New York, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, you are in perfect condition. And they finally let you drive a Tesla in one of the more recent episodes.
So he bought a Porsche now. He bought a Porsche. If y'all ain't seen the episode, Reed done bought a Porsche. But I don't know if you've seen it. It was actually something that was ongoing. And of course, 50 got to instigate it. But 2 of his main stars were kind of beefing on the internet. I don't know if it was for play or if it was serious.
You talking about the white dude?
No. Talking about, of course, Tariq, the star of Power Book 2, Ghost. And you got Lil Meech, the star of BMF.
Yeah.
And they was going back and forth for a while on Instagram. And Meech said something like, Tariq ain't even... He got all his money selling all his work, and he ain't got no car.
No car yet. Yeah, I saw that one.
So they had to make Reek, kind of stun on him real quick. He didn't just pull out anything. Yeah, he had to pull out the Porsche.
They pulled out in style.
Right.
Speaking of BMF, man, that's one of my newer favorite shows. Mm-hmm. But what I need to start watching before I hopefully land this interview. I need to start watching Snowfall.
I still haven't watched it. I've been hearing a lot about it, but I still personally haven't watched it. Now, I've heard enough about it to come to a conclusion on my own.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, he thinking hard.
I grew up enough around these people to kind of know that this where it was gonna go. But of course, in TV land, you don't think like this.
Yeah.
That was good. I had to lick the bottle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I might see my face.
But apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, Snowfall fans, because I ain't watched that episode. But from what I'm told, this man starts out as a regular guy in the beginning of the series, and then towards the end, he's basically some type of basehead, something like that, who end up stealing a big amount of money for some more drugs. Now, typical crackhead behavior if you ever grow up around them. So it wasn't a surprise to me at all, but everybody seemed to be like shocked about this. Like, he stole this amount of money. I ain't gonna say it because some people ain't watched it. I ain't watched it, but he stole this amount of money, and this is what he do with it. That's what crackheads do. Crackheads gonna crackhead.
We gonna do crackhead things.
That's just what they do.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Ain't no amount of money gonna stop a crackhead from doing crackhead shit.
All right, so I'm glad you said that, which will lead us into our next story. We gonna do what we want to do at the end of the day.
Period.
And we'll do what we want to do without thinking about necessarily the repercussions of how it may look to other people or make other people feel. This story, it's been big in headlines. I want to talk about Chance the Rapper.
Of course. Let's talk about Chance.
Chance decided, I'm going to do what I want to do.
And I don't see a problem with that.
I absolutely have no issue with Chance the Rapper. This comes from Hollywood Unlocked. Would you like to read it, or you want me to take it? Because this is more up your alley.
You go ahead and read it, because I ain't having the best luck right now with my phone. So you go ahead and read it, and I'm gonna definitely chime in.
Let's go.
On it,
Chance the Rapper. Again, this is from HollywoodUnlocked.com. Shout out to that particular outlet. I was trying to think of the owner. Chance the Rapper and wife in a good place after twerking controversy. Everyone has their own moments. I'm sorry, Jason Lee. There you go. That's your name.
There we go.
Chance the Rapper and wife in a good place after twerking on controversy. Everyone has their own moments, but they are all good. It's the viral clip of Chance the Rapper letting a hot babe gyrate her glamorous glutes on him at Carnival, causing the problem in the marriage. While it may look so, a close source is sharing that everything is completely fine with him and his wife, Kristen Corley Bennett. As we reported previously, early this month, Chance the Rapper faced a bit of backlash after fans saw his risque dance with another woman. However, his fans made note that turning up like that at Carnival, is simply a part of the Carnival culture. We ain't gonna read the whole story, but for more information, go to HollywoodUnlocked.com and read more on that. I just simply want to say, that's what goes on at Carnival.
First of all, this is what goes on in regular clubs. If you watch the video, if you ain't seen the video, this is just a man. The girl was twerking and he got behind it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. This been going on since the 99 and 2000. Yeah. Back in the juvenile and back that ass up days. And
we gonna figure that out as soon as Netflix release this new video, this new show from the summer thing that they used to have back in the day.
Freaknik?
Yeah, because Netflix is about to release that, so we gonna see that. But let's go back to Chance. Go ahead.
You don't even need Freaknik to reveal it. This is obvious in black culture, okay? A woman dance and somebody's supposed to get behind that. That's just what it is, okay? That's just what. I don't think this is a deal breaker for any relationship. You gonna dance on women, you at the club. You ain't doing nothing wrong. Chance got behind this woman for maybe 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And once again, like they said, this is Carnival. Yeah. This is where, if anything happens,
this is what's supposed to happen.
Exactly. You're supposed to dance and embrace yourself and embrace your culture at Carnival.
But is there a certain limit to where you have to, because you are married, because you do have another person, let me play single man's advocate,
and I'll play devil's advocate.
Yes, you are. Is there a certain level of respect that you have to have for your, I hate that face you making.
You ain't even got the statement out yet. I'm ready.
But your face is there, though. Is there a certain level of respect that you should have for your other person whenever you are with them, even if you're at an event or a festival where we know this is going to happen, or is it or should it be an understood thing that, look, this is where we're going and we know that this is what happens, so we just have to I don't like this phase.
Now, you have to have a sense of what's going on around you. If marriage brings me to the point where I can't have any fun outside of you, then I don't want it.
Okay.
Because it ain't like he cheated or stepping out. He just simply danced with another woman briefly. You mean to tell me that once I get married, I can't dance no more without you? I got to just give up all dancing. Period.
You belong to me.
See that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's tyranny. That's ownership. Last time I heard, boss, we's free.
We free now.
So I don't believe in ownership, especially in a marriage. Do what you do, and come home and talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Personally. Now, in the wife's case, tell her about it before the video happens.
Okay.
Because you know it got video. Tell her about it before it happens.
Unless, and I said this whenever it first came out. Yes, tell her before it happened, but we don't even know if she was there, if she was holding the camera, if she was edging them on, if she was like, bring her back to the room for us at the same time.
We don't know what happened.
It's like we got invested in just a segment of a whole day.
I didn't.
In somebody else's life.
I didn't. And I was trying to figure out, like, why is this going viral? Because I kept seeing it.
Yeah.
Over and over. And people would repost. And it was like, why do people care so much about this 30-second dance?
Yeah.
I couldn't fathom to understand it.
Although within the 30 seconds, I'm not going to lie, I was like, yeah.
But what was he doing besides? Hold on. Get the camera on me.
Let me go.
I'm about to do exactly what he's doing. Because his man was holding him up, by the way. Which was the common thing we did back in the 99 and 2000.
That's it. And he was just enjoying it.
That's it. That's all he did. He sat back and got a dance from a woman at Carnival.
But wait. But if you can we reenact that though?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no need.
I just needed them to see the fullness because some people may not have really seen the video, and I just wanted to make sure that we gave them that. So I was going to play her and let you play Chance.
Oh. Yeah, nice try.
He don't ever let me have fun, y'all.
And apparently that's what they think about his wife. That she ain't supposed to let him have no fun. Because I don't see nothing wrong with what he did.
And the bad thing is this, not even the bad thing, but another part that makes me just feel like it doesn't even matter is she has not come out and said anything.
She don't care.
The wife is hushed. That's how I feel about, people like Beyonce or people that are always in media where somebody's always saying something negative about them. Mm-hmm. They let the world or their fans or their ops or their foes just have their way.
Yep.
And they sit back and say nothing at all.
Yep.
I'm trying to get there.
I'm there. I don't care. Whatever you think about me, think it twice. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you ask a question, I clear it up.
Yeah.
But if you don't ask the question, don't care.
Yeah.
And that's where she at with it. Like, honestly, this is the funny part. And it's not that he's hiding anything or nothing like that, but I didn't know he was married until this came out.
Are you serious?
I had no idea he was married until this came out. And so I'm like, why is everybody tripping? Like, he's married. It's like, okay, so, like,
yeah.
How many married men go out to the club right now with their wife sitting at the bar? Honestly, I had friends back in the day that they would go out as a couple, and they would be right next to each other. He'll be dancing on a chick, and she'll be dancing on a dude right next to each other. They'll high five each other because they know at the end of the day they going home to each other.
With you, yeah.
So I don't see what the big issue is, and I feel like the majority of people that's commenting on this, y'all gonna hate me for this, are bitter single people.
Yeah. who would love to be able to live this lifestyle.
Exactly.
But due to the fact that I'm single,
or insecure,
or both, or singly insecure, I don't have the opportunity to live according to how I want. So I'm going to knock anybody else who's living the life that I want to live.
Yep.
You're not familiar with this story, but on this same topic, there's a gospel singer, Jakar Kalen. I think that's her name. I'm gonna figure out the name and talk about her later. But let's just say there's a gospel recording artist. She hit the block whenever she was 12 years old. Mm-hmm. She can sing her behind off. Mm-hmm. She's anointed, and as a 12-year-old, she was that. But she was 12 years old, so we understood that at 12 years old, this is how you're supposed to look.
Right.
Well, now that she's a grown woman and about to get married, and that body has went like hell.
Yeah.
She done a picture where she was standing up next to a horse, and she had on the complete outfit of a person who rides a horse. And that body said, "Plak, cow, 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 cow."
It was sitting like a horse.
It was sitting like a horse. She has. I'm sorry, crowd. Y'all probably won't like what I'm about to say, but she had a lot of wagging and she was dragging it.
And that's fine with me.
So the church world was like, "Oh my goodness, she is not anointed no more. She's given into flesh." Hold up,
because she wore an outfit
that was complete fit forming,
which all jockeys do.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to wear loose clothing on a horse, you dumbasses. So,
yeah. But they are giving her the third degree because it's like you know how some people refuse to let you grow. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I felt that way with Chloe.
Yeah,
because I was so used to them being so young that whenever their music started evolving or Chloe's music started evolving, I was like, no. But I was like, Troilus, nigga. She's a 20-something-year-old woman. Let her do what she do. And that's how I feel about this recording artist. Like, you have to allow the people the grace to grow.
Of course. Also, I want to know, out of the whole crowd of people that was trying to condemn her, when I hear things like this, I always have one question. Mm-hmm. Are you without sin? Because don't it say he who was without sin
cast the first one?
But yet, you got all these people that didn't sin that's casting stones. Where y'all finding these stones at, first of all? That's what I want to know.
I need to find some myself because I want to throw some at some people.
Lord.
I'm just saying.
But how you fixing your mouth to judge anybody, but you don't want nobody to judge you?
Yeah. Don't
make no sense to me.
I think that at the end of the day, we have to.
And I don't see what she did wrong. But.
I don't see what she done wrong either. I'm trying to find the picture so that you can understand what she didn't do. But I'm trying to understand, like, Christianity needs to be seen in some cases to attract people. Or let people see that it's not so bad to be a Christian or not so bad to claim the name of God. We have to stop making it look so homey. Because you can't take people from the world and expect them to say that we want to serve the same God you serve and yada, 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 yada. But you look like you back in the days of Roots. These long dresses. You covering up you covering up everything during the summer in Dallas, and it's 100 degrees.
Knowing damn well this ain't how you dress.
Knowing this is not the real you, but this is the you that you project that you want me to be. And it's funny that you would say that. I lived a life according to, and once I learned the truth behind it, I was quick to stop. People are quick to project a life that they want us to lead and claim it be right whenever they're not even leading that life themselves.
There you go.
And I think in this case, what's happening is there are so many people who have gotten used to being able to project what they think living that Christian life is, that they're not living anymore, to where whenever they see somebody who is proclaiming the name of Christ or who has been proclaiming for a long time, because again, she's been doing this since about the age of 12 years old. But now that she's not looking like that 12-year-old girl no more, because I'm a grown ass lady now.
She got body. That's all. That's
Baby,
the only thing that changed.
She got body.
She got body, and Chloe the same. I was looking at Chloe, and I was like, she ain't no kid no more.
She ain't a kid no more. Look, I can look at you now. Before I felt a little whatever. Nah, you grown now.
No, Chloe got body. I don't know if you seen her, but Chloe got body. Chloe,
I'm a fan. So yeah,
I'm a fan.
I bet you are. we need to just allow people grace to grow.
That's it. And people will try to use things. And we had this conversation before on previous shows about how people will try to use certain scriptures or hymns to say that, well, this is not what you're supposed to do. I asked him where that's at.
Yeah.
Where it say that at? Because I don't think we got the same Bible. I think you got a different version from the version I got. You got workbook 2, I got workbook 1 or something like that, because ain't no way that we reading the same thing in here. It just
We
don't make
can't
no sense.
be.
It's mine not in here. I don't have them pages.
And and you know, I was recently recently, even like right now, I'm in an argument. Well, not even an argument. I won't call it that, because I don't argue with people who can't present a point. There was a post on Instagram about a week or so ago. In the LE Chopper was outside somewhere, and it was like a whole bunch of people. And I guess there was a minister or something on the street that was witnessing, and they saw NLE Chopper. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play it for you, because I know I can find this, because I just got finished deliberating with somebody. He was at a event, and this is what happened. So in the video, for those of you who haven't seen it, I guess the preacher was telling NLE Chopper that he's blind and he should be preaching the gospel. And NLE Chopper was like, I do. And it's not the fact that he necessarily preaches the gospel, but I can go back many, many interviews where they brought him to the interview or to that platform to talk about his music or video or whatever. And over 70% of that interview, all he's doing is talking about how good God is.
He always mentioned it.
So my debate with the individual in the comments was, if you don't do your investigation on somebody, like you hear music and you draw a conclusion that that's who that person is, in which I understand some people would say that because this is what you present, this is who you are. But in the case of NLE Chopper, and because I follow his interviews as much as I do, it's like it bothered me, because we are quick to want to draw people to Christ. But whenever we do that, our way to draw individuals to Christ is to try to make them feel bad about themselves,
or try to convert them to our own way of thinking.
Yeah,
and that's just not the book itself says that that's not the way to go.
Yeah, and like NLE Chopper said, I do preach, and the man was like, "What gospel are you preaching?" And the best answer that NLE Chopper gave this guy was, "Look me up." So in the comments, whenever I got in, because I basically told him, y'all Christian folk get on my damn nerves, because y'all, y'all want people to live y'all want us to live a life that y'all not even living.
Right.
And the guy was like, well, one day he talking about God, and the next day he creating an OnlyFans page. I was like, yes, he did create an OnlyFans page. Have you looked at it yet?
Right.
He was like, no.
So you don't even know what's on it.
I begged him. I was like, please spend $25 to go to NLE Chopper's OnlyFans page.
And what's on there?
Where he talks about how healthy he's eating because he's a vegan. And he's talking about how to eat healthy. Yada yada. Go to that man OnlyFans page and watch his video.
Boom.
Of course, it was like, oh no, I'm not going to invest money. Yada yada. So I told him, we have to, as Christians, we have to allow people the opportunity not only to grow, but to do what they feel is right according to what their relationship with God is, to draw people. Because although I make music about, one of his more popular songs now is that "Slut Me Out." Don't understand that song, but yeah,
you make music like that? You got
no NLE.
Okay, I was making sure because
I'll make one, but not yet. But I feel like God will allow us to do certain things to draw a crowd of followers, because our ultimate message, after we've drawn the crowd, is God. And that's what a lot of church folk don't understand, and they probably would never really understand it. But I just feel like they should allow people like NLE Chopper or other artists who use their platforms to talk about God in the long run,
or positive things. Period.
Positive things. Period. Because when it comes down to the gun violence and killing or whatever, there's a lot of rap artists who will tell you, no, I don't live this. This is just what I rap about.
Exactly.
And in reality, I'm absolutely against it.
Right.
Allow them the time to grow and the possibility to talk about what they want to talk about, because you never know the success stories that may come behind that. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Taz, and of course, you are listening to or watching the intro podcast. I'm joined with the one and only, the homie, the husband, the brother, whatever else I can call him these days. JR is in the house.
What's going on? And my phone is dying, so excuse me, but it's on the charger, so
it's on the charger. So hopefully we're gonna charge in there, boy.
Right.
But let's talk about Gone But Not Forgotten. This kind of hit my heart because I was at work and it came across, and I was like, you know how social media has completely changed the outlook, because normally whenever you see this, it's a joke.
Right.
So that's what I was thinking this was.
I didn't take it seriously either.
But let's go on and talk about it.
So, Gone But Not Forgotten. Sadly, people in our age range, in our 30s and 40s, we grew up on the iconic Jerry Springer show.
Jerry.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Jerry Springer recently in the past week has died at the age of 79. So rest in peace to Jerry Springer. Now, one thing I didn't know, says while he got his start as the mayor of Cincinnati and spent his final years on Judge Jerry, the late and great star is undoubtedly known for his iconic talk show, Jerry Springer. Now, this isn't an article, but I'm assuming this ran for about 20 years or so.
That boy.
We watched it all of the 90s, the 99 and 2000.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Now it says whether you were a diehard viewer of the occasional fan who liked to chant Jerry, or somebody who tuned in only while they were staying home from school, many of us have fond memories of the beloved raunchy American classic TV show. It says that, come on, phone, work with me. Technical difficulties, y'all. Now, of course, it says Jerry Springer also features stories of people who didn't necessarily have a mainstream platform like we do today. Back then, of course, in the 90s, there was no social media. There was no Facebook or Instagram, anything like that. So Jerry actually helped a lot of these people, who didn't have mainstream platforms back then, in order to get their start. From a man who married a horse to a woman who cut off her own legs.
All that.
The series has certainly seen its share of quirky individuals. Now, of course, if the show wasn't cold casing odd stories, there was a good chance it was highlighting some type of infidelity. Facts. Or some type of fights. Facts. Going on in Jerry Springer show. So now, of course, as me and you were talking earlier.
Uh-huh.
Jerry is known for the fights.
Yes,
On
sir.
the show. Now, at his funeral, this has to happen.
Somebody has to, yes, we have to have a fight and somebody has to yell, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
Right. It don't matter if it's staged or if it's real, but somebody has to fight at Jerry's funeral. It's only right.
But I just thought about something else that somebody needs to do at Jerry's funeral.
What's that?
Jerry
Get they Jerry beads?
Yes. I need my Jerry beads.
Lord.
I didn't think about that till just now. I need my Jerry beads, god dog it. And that adds on a whole nother level of awkward, but they're my Jerry beads.
You literally have people that paid for a ticket to go on the show
just to hold up
just to get their Jerry beads.
Yes.
Like, here's the funny part. My sister got about 5 pairs of those.
God
Don't ask me
damn.
why.
Let me find out, sister. God dog it.
But yeah, Jerry Springer was iconic, man.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize how much Jerry Springer had an impact on black culture.
I don't even think Jerry actually understand what kind of impact he had on us.
Right.
Like, the black folk was watching, and I love the episodes where the man would bring the woman on to be like, "This is my real lover," and the whole nigga come out the woodwork. So I'm like, "Oh, Jerry, you messy." But I love that about Jerry, man. Legend gone but not forgotten. But